Good morning, it's Mandy from Allendale, the back of Mount Field National Park, Tasmania. The pink house you see is my home. Sometimes it wears the hat of Rainbow Valley Retreat, other times it has the hat of the art space. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different with you. We're going to have a discussion around this painting that is starting to emerge on your screen. I'm not going to talk about techniques or give you a photograph of myself with the canvas on the easel and my arts. I think we're all a bit tired of that sort of teaching. It seems like we all have to be taught something. Maybe it's about realizing that if we listen, that we can actually do this ourselves. And using the colors are the greatest tool for being able to listen to a different language that actually sits within us, and that is the language of colour. So that is why it is so powerful. It is going beyond the head and the thinking that we are using all the time, and it's listening to something different. It's being driven by, as I said, a different language that sits within us. I was told recently when inquiring at a very posh art gallery that I should take my art to some lesser galleries with not quite such a great reputation. I should exhibit my art. She hadn't even seen my art. And then I should sit in at my exhibition and be critiqued. I quietly removed myself, and I felt this, I felt red within me. If we're going to talk about colours, the red in this case wasn't on my canvas, it was actually felt in my body as an emotion. Obviously anger, it didn't fracture me, it actually was an amazing sense of wholeness, realising that I could use this emotion in a much more powerful way to walk a path that is a little bit more untrodden. Artists are artists, and we have to put ourselves into a structure that really does not support us at all, and we actually can lose the essence of what we are wanting to convey in our form of art. And this is something that needs to change. Change comes only through understanding, and the difficulty is with artists that, like I said, we're bringing in something a little bit deeper within us. It's a little bit like I've talked about the language of colour, and not everybody understands that. It's like, again, the veil has to lift, and we start to see colour in a different way. We are actually encouraged to move past the techniques that everybody goes on about and simply just let that pure colour touch us, go beyond the mind, touches the emotions, breaks the emotions open into a different insight. I've watched people just go to peace just like that. There was a particular abstract that I've done. I had to go against every teaching that was basically in me to complete this abstract And that was not easy, because there are things that sit within our mind and we tend to want to go that way. And I had to sit down, have a coffee, have a look at the painting and say, well, I want to go this way, but I will listen and I will let these colours move me in a different way. So what happens is you are working from the bottom up. You are working with your blank piece of canvas. You are working with the colours that you feel called to use. Then you are working with your intuition to just simply follow whatever seems to be given to you. And the painting that I have given you today, it's an abstract, it's in green, and it wasn't an easy abstract to do, to work with the colour green. Green binds everything together. It is very often a background colour, but it was like suddenly I had this colour green that I had to use. I knew it was very important not to use very much else. So what happened as I was doing this painting, it was suddenly I felt like I was being held in a space of just total connection. That is what green is about. It's the heart colour, and I just felt simply very held. It's also very relative to where I am in building these videos, because green is about time, and we have two levels of time. We have the time that we know, but there is also the other time, the universal time, that we have these universal shifts, and then we find ourselves in a different time for a split second, and that's where the change comes. When a piece of art is worked this way, it takes on a different perspective as to how we view that piece of art. The piece of art can become like the content of a conversation between something, maybe our higher selves and ourselves. Then the content of that conversation is shared to other people as they view the piece of art. It is no longer about the artist. It is, as I said, the content. Using these tools, these understandings that the artist has in a way that is going to open other people up to understanding. So often I see people's understanding of an abstract is that they're looking for some picture, some face within the abstract, and if they found that, then they are satisfied with the piece of art. But it's not about that. It's about allowing something deeper to move within the viewer, moving beyond the technique, as I said, beyond the face, and feeling the power of the colour. And like the red that I spoke about, that colour often can bring up an emotion, a reaction that is quite powerful, but it also transmutes. It's like a coin that has two sides, and that is the power of art, because it has this beautiful transformational ability within it. Where we are as artists is that we simply at this stage very often have to conform to the structure of our artistic world, and we shouldn't be conforming. We are the transformers. Thank you for listening today. I hope in some way you have gained something for yourself. I don't do these videos from a book. I do it a little bit like when I'm taking my art to the canvas. I'm taking my voice to this piece of artwork on the view of my property behind me, and I do it in the moment. And today you have a mixture of both spirituality and art. But I guess my question to that, or my response to that, is that isn't that what art is about? Thank you for watching. You may like to subscribe, you may not. There is also the invitation to join the Allendale Art Space group. This is a group that is starting to emerge very slowly in the valley. As I've said, at this stage, art is not comfortable in this valley. And yet I use art to bring beauty, to inspire and to teach. So if you wish to come to this group, please understand that we are using, or we are starting a journey with a different language. Thank you.